Hey guys, Kiana Monique here with another video. This will be the Nanit review as well as the just showing how it is set up in my son's nursery. So let's get started. Okay, so this is just his nursery as we discussed. That is the Nanit camera up there as you can see. It is mounted on the wall. I did have to put this little tapestry behind it because my baby, he loves to pull cords, pull things off the wall. So tapestry just to hide everything. And as you can see, I do have the smart sheets in his bed. And then I also have the sleep sack over there. That's what he sleeps in every night. And that is what detects the heartbeat and the heart monitoring system. So I will also show you from the app what that looks like so you can see the full scope. But yes, this is just the setup of it. We do have another one that I am going to record later on for the new baby that is on the way. And yeah, we'll get into it. Okay, you guys, this is the Nanit app. This is where you review and view the live camera. Down here, you see the heartbeat, the video history, as well as the daytime and nighttime events that were caught on camera. Usually, these vary per day, so you just gotta keep watching, keep looking. So that is the camera button. You can take pictures. You can also speak back and forth through the camera. Speak to the baby, anything of that nature. The next button is the audio on. You can also turn it up to hear a little bit more, and you can leave the background audio running as well. The next button is the night light. The night light is at the top of the camera. You can turn the brightness up, down, however you prefer, and set the timer of your choice. I don't use it that much, honestly, but some people do like the feature. So I am just blowing up the camera screen just to show you more of what that looks like. It has those same options as before. You can move it up and down to see the full scope of the nursery. And then I am having a little loading issues. Check the Wi-Fi. Okay, that's working. So back to that. I was just saying you can go ahead and do a picture-in-picture. So if you still wanted to scroll and access your other social media apps of any sort, you can be able to do those things and see those things, no issue. And while also monitoring and watching your baby. I really like that feature. So now we'll go ahead and go to the activity. That will be the activity tracker where you can see all day if you have the motion detection, when the baby is taken out of bed, when they wake up, everything of that nature. It also has the weekly points where you did receive notifications. Also, there is the video history. You can go through each day of the video history. I will say sometimes it does have incorrect information for certain parts. So I'm just going to show you a quick example of that. So that was correct. He did fall asleep at 7. Scroll. Woke up. Okay, he actually did wake up. Okay, he had some more false sleeps, wake ups. Here, this is what I'm talking about. Caregiver helping. Where's the caregiver? Nowhere. There was no caregiver helping at that moment. So sometimes it will have little mistakes and things of that nature. So now I'm just skipping to the rest of the morning here where it shows where he did wake up, fall asleep, and the times of those. He's going through a leap right now, so his sleep has definitely been a little bit wonky, but that's okay because, that's what kids do. They do what they do when they want to do, So, yeah, just scrolling through and showing y'all. It records all of the history. And I will also let y'all know I do have the plan. I have the Insight plan for the year. I did go ahead and do it with my FSA HSA card. But also now we're at the Insights tab. This is where it shows how many visits, sleep efficiency, if they're crying, coughing of any sort, the night summary. It will just put it in a quick relapse where you can see all of the events play out, as they are. So it's that, which I feel like that part is very cool, just being able to see the things they can do. So also it shows the room environment, so the temperature, the humidity, sleep positions, head positions, breathing, motion, and movement map. Usually tells like where the baby is most comfortable sleeping. So I like that. And then it breaks it down to weekly stats, and they are sorted by day and by night. So basically just everything that you saw with the day, but they break it up in weeks. Same for the month tab. This is the monthly night stats, and it'll tell all those good and nice things. Here's what the day tab looks like. I know I didn't show you before, but this is what the day tab looks like. Right now, MJ only takes one nap a day, and it's usually lasts for like an hour to 2 hours and 30 minutes, but that's like at the longest. I also like that they have these tips. They have so many tips that they will send you occasionally, just depending on the age, that may help you all along the way. So just showing you a few of those. The memories, it will have this watch you grow feature, and they do morning pickups and different memories that they will send to you that you can export off. Okay, so all in all, for the Nanit review, I like the Nanit. I like the Nanit because it does give me that live video and sound alert. Whether I'm connected to the Wi-Fi, I can be at the grocery store, at church, and anywhere that I go, and I have cell phone connection, I am able to still see my baby when I'm not at home. So I like that. I love the where it does tell about the temperature and the sleep positions, the head positions, and I love the heart rate monitoring. Well, I'll say I have a love-hate relationship when it comes to the heart rate monitoring, because they have this thing called the red alert. The red alert is basically when the sleeping bag or whatever item that you have to track the heartbeat, when that is not catching a heartbeat, or the system is not getting the heartbeat on the scan. So the red alert, when it does not or is not able to see that heartbeat, it will alert. And when I tell you, at first I would just be so scared, hurry up, run in his room, and he'd be okay. It would be that the sleeping bag need adjustment or something like that of that nature. They do happen more times than not, which is kind of like a downside for me, because it's supposed to give me a peace of mind, and it's only supposed to go off when in emergency situations, but sometimes it just does it repeatedly. So again, make sure that you're washing the sleepwear, as well as making sure that it's a good fit for your child. I would say the other features that I do like, I have more kinds. When it comes to, there's a nature sound. Well, there's a sound thing that's automatically installed into the camera. However, I used it for like a couple of weeks. After that, it went out, never to work again. I did all the updates. I reset it like millions of times, and it still doesn't work. So I did get an additional Nanit sound machine. purchase separately. So I know earlier you saw the breathing motion, well, the smart sheets, that's to monitor your baby's growth, so your baby's height and things of that nature, that's sold separately. The sleeping bag is also sold separately. With the camera on became the sleeping band, so it's not a bad product. I really like it. I love the peace of mind that it does give me. Again, the downsides are just the downsides, but other than that, I do recommend it because it is FSA, HSA eligible. FSA, HSA eligible, and that is a very helpful thing considering a lot of these things are very expensive, so it's very helpful when you can use the benefits that you get through your job.